I want to talk about the Brixton Arches. That's the reason that I'm speaking and the reason that we're marching. We all want to put Brixton first. But to do that, it's true that we must define Brixton first. So what is Brixton? Well, one could argue that a place could be defined on one of the following bases. I'll make this concise. They'd say a place could be described by its physical circumference, by the structures that sit in it and their specific functions, by linguistic statistics, by its rate of consumption, by its economic state, and basically by using numbers. But of course, we understand that it's the faces that make it. The array of shapes and flavours, the neighbours you were raised with. Many would describe this as the tight-knit community that raised us and gave us the good life we grew to meet. Brixton's been a champion for multicultural, multi-ethnic, multi-story blocks full of stories that are multi-centric. So many stories. And it's important to remark that one of those stories are yours, but all of these stories are ours. This is our Brixton. Now, in recent years in our Brixton, there's been a lot of changes. The prices have shot up, but not enough in wages. Our closest mates and neighbours have been replaced by strangers, and we're all getting forced out because we don't share their status. But this change is called progress by those left with jobs. So today I stand to ask you, is this the progress we want? Network Rail are evicting the traders from the arches and the market that makes Brixton famous. I'll say that again. Network Rail are evicting the traders from the arches and the market that made Brixton famous. Now this is an attack with many implications, and whether you know it now or not, we're all part of this equation. With rents being tripled, it's more than a likelihood that those in our community are going to lose their livelihoods. Chains of big brands will invade and sit back to reap the rewards that are yours in this land. Colonialism. Who built Brixton? Who gave it its value? Was it Starbucks? Or was it your granddad and Nan too? What's left in Brixton for the citizens that built it up? Some of whom came here as immigrants and spilt their guts to build it up. Nothing. They're old now, they're cold, they can't afford their heating. They're alone in their homes and none of their old friends to meet with. No familiarity, no community support. Some of the most basic things I thought Lambeth Council would endorse. Brixton's becoming a commercialised, bastardised shadow with its former self that sees its people starving in the street despite all its wealth. It's serious, and if Network Rail don't listen, they won't just evict the traders, they'll be evicting Brixton. So these are the reasons that we're marching. To defend our community by defending our arches. This is our Brixton.